Well, I have some bad news, everybody. Many of you have never even heard of Wooparoo Saga, but since I'm obsessed with Wooparoo games, I have heard of it, and I used to play it a lot. But unfortunately, the game is going to be closing down. It will be closing on September 28th, and apparently, if you bought gems recently, you can request a refund. I don't know if they will actually give it to you. But it was kind of a cool little game. I'm not surprised it's going out of business because even though I liked it, I hadn't, whoops. Even though I liked the game, I hadn't played in a really long time. And if I didn't play for a long time, it would stand to reason that probably a bunch of people hadn't played in quite a long time. But it's still a cute little game. I suspect that they might be collapsing it down into Wooparoo Mountain, and I'll explain that in a bit. But basically, it's just a battle game. I'll show you a little battle quickly so you can get the idea. The Wooparoos you will notice from the game are not the Wooparoos from the other games are not very strong in this game, but you still will get to see some that you recognize. You might recognize this guy if you play the Korean version of Wooparoo Mountain. But anyway, let's do a battle just to show you. And I apologize for the slowness because the screen cap software takes up a lot of memory. You should recognize this little guy. I'm trying to hurry up and get this guy in as soon as I can. And there you can see a Fearcoon, and I forget what the little flying guy's name is, but you recognize him, I'm sure. And you should also recognize Seamander. So yay, I won this battle. And as you win battle, you get EXP and you get prizes. So that's basically the gameplay. I want to show you my team, just so you can sort of see what they look like. I'm going to empty them out just so you can have a look. Now, as I said, I suspect this game might get collapsed into the Korean version of Wooparoo Mountain. Because you can recognize all these little you recognize all of these, but they all look kind of tough. Which is kind of funny because in the other games they're so cute. But they're pretty low level. And some of them, as you evolve them, they turn kind of cool, like this Rudol and this Gon. But if you play Korean Wooparoo Mountain, you might recognize some of these other guys. Everyone should recognize this because it's a bappa, which are the little critters that inhabit Wooparoo Land. And there are some pretty cool critters you can get. They all have different battle skills. But here's the reason I think they might be collapsing them into the Korean game. And if you don't have the Korean game and you want it, I highly recommend it. It's a little hard to figure out sometimes because everything's in Korean and there is no option for English. There are options for a couple of other Asian languages, but none for English. Excuse me. The Korean Wooparoo Mountain is so far advanced from Wooparoo Land. It's kind of strange because there was always a Korean-only Wooparoo Mountain, even when the original Wooparoo Mountain that was available in every country was around. And it's always been way more advanced than the other ones. And I'm guessing that perhaps this is the original game, and it just takes a really long time to sort of get everything translated and loaded into other languages. But then they shut Wooparoo Mountain down in every country except for a handful of them in Asia. But you can still get it if you don't live in those countries. I will link you to an instructional video that will show you how to get all of these. And again, I apologize for the slowness. But actually, this right here kind of shows you why I think they might be collapsing the two together. Because lately they've been showing these, I call them Battle Wooparoo. And about every 2 weeks they release a new one. And I suspect that perhaps these are going to be used for battle. I don't understand Korean, so I have no idea what any of this says. If anybody else does, please let me know in the comments. I have Google Translate, and the app even lets you take pictures of the screen. But structurally, Korean is so different from English that the translation is usually terrible. So, okay, so here are all the little battle Wooparoos. And I have all of them except for this one, and this one is the only one that's not still available in the shops, which pisses me off, but I digress. And it says episode 8. Obviously, there were 7 other episodes, but I don't understand what this means. But if you do understand Korean, this will explain it to you. I've tried using Google Translate on this, and it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. So anyway. New creatures, which I introduced to you. Maybe this will tell you more. If you understand Korean, you can pause the game. And, oh, it looks like I got a prize. 2 prizes. Don't know what they will be. So it's basically a bingo game, which I'm not going to win because I couldn't get that stupid Fearcoon. And I'm very annoyed by that. As you well know, because I keep saying it. Excuse me. Is this a prize? Is this a present? Oh, good. Okay, so at least I got a couple of presents, even if I won't be able to fill the whole card. Oh, cool. Of course, I don't need a battle chicken because I already have a battle chicken. I call it battle chicken. It's the militarized looking chirpy. So this is why I suspect they might, maybe, be kind of collapsing the two together. If you don't know what this is, I don't know what it is either, to be honest with you, but I sort of know how it works. So these are quests. So you can see some of these big scary guys that you saw in the game. These are quests. I don't understand what they're for. I just know that you get points and food and rewards. I guess this tells you what the quest is. I don't know. I don't speak Korean. If anybody knows, please leave in the comments. But you basically send your little guys in to do an imaginary battle. And you want to get whatever this is, you want to get a Wooparoo that is this level and these elements. So for this one, I need, and the max level is 10, so I'm not going to use any of my 10s. So for this, I need Forest and Thunder, at least level 4. Now, if you have one that's below the level they ask for, you can still use it. You just won't get quite as many points as you would have. Where is my... No, I don't want you. Trying to find my Frostal. Okay. I don't have Frostal. And here's a notification from the other game. Huh. I don't know where my Frostal is. Alright, well, we'll just stick whatever in there. You will still get the points. You just won't get as many. Oh, and this explains it to you, but I don't understand this either. So again, if anybody can explain it, please leave it in the comments. Oh, let's use our little battle guy, since I have a little battle guy. And then you wait for however many hours, and when you come back, you get little prizes and stuff. So I think that perhaps Wooparoo Saga might be collapsed into this game. There's some other stuff I don't understand here. Like this. I don't know what this is. I know that you can make new rocks. I don't know why you would. I don't know what you use them for. Says there's info here, but I guess there's not. I also don't know what this is. I know that these things are for using this thing, which is so you can breed regular Wooparoos with star Wooparoos. But beyond that, I really don't know. I don't understand it. You need 10, and I only have 10. I don't know where you even get them. I only have 10 because there was an event where they gave them away. And so far, whenever I've used it, I haven't gotten anything cool out anyway, so it's not really worth it. But there's some, you know, like I said, there's a lot of stuff here that is not in the other games. And maybe Wooparoo Saga will soon be a part of this game. And maybe it's not really dying. Maybe it's just merging with this one. At least we can hope. So, sorry to be the bringer of bad news. If you were a lover of this game, I'm very sorry for you. I'm sad about it too. But at least we still have these other two games. And once again, I will leave a link so that you can get these games, except I won't leave a link for Wooparoo Saga since it's dying. But anyway, I'll talk to everybody later.